Welcome. As I told you last night, I was gonna, paint this. I can't paint inside, so I can't show you how I did it or whatever. But as you can see, the masking setup. I'll change the camera angle here. Yeah, let's see here. Transition. As you can see, the masking setup here. So the first thing I did was paint the white, then I painted the red, taped the red off, and painted the black. So it's one masking without a big rigmarole. So now we're going to unwrap it. Now, I didn't have, uh, you know, all I have is that little airbrush compressor here, and that'll be good enough for the clear. So this clear is kind of flat because it's, or the black is kind of flat because it's really humid outside. And I used Duplicolor for it. So I went and got a can of black and a can of red and a can of white Duplicolor to do this, and I'll shoot it with the little air compressor probably later on this afternoon or whenever. I do have a retarder with me that I can use for the clear. But let's unwrap it and see if I got it fixed to look the way it did when it was new. That's the important part. That I fixed the mistakes good enough to be good as new. It's just like Christmas. Of course, then I'm going to go over the whole thing and rub it out from all the air, any overspray that got on it while I was doing this, because I just did it outside in the grass. And you could do this at your hotel room or whatever. Double masking is so important on these type projects. And the reason double masking is important is because invariably, no matter how good the tape is, it will always bleed under the tape. So if you have it double masked, you're double protected. Uh-oh, sounds to me like the neighbor's gonna get going on his guitar, which is bad. I might have to get the bullhorn out. Anyway, scalpel, start picking the tape off. Got to be real careful not to puncture the silk span or the tissue anywhere. Yeah, it's loud, whatever he's doing. I think this repair will be just fine. I saw the, I guess it's Tom Luciano, ripped his outboard wing off, so, and Joe Daly had a severe accident, so this little repair here is not bad. It's kind of like I do this every year, like I did with my Continental XL. If you remember, I did a paint repair, paint fresh up video several years back. Be real careful with a scalpel around the silk span. You could poke a hole in it so easy it's ridiculous. You know what? I think we're going to heat this up with a heat gun a little. Yeah. Monocoat heat gun. Don't get it real hot, just get it warm. Try to pull it back on itself. This could be a disaster, you never know. Look at that, I got that one right exactly where it was supposed to be. I'm going to take this stencil off in pieces because it seems to be pretty stiff. I want to make it as easy as possible. Have to touch that up with a knife or with the pen, which is not a problem. I pulled a little bit of the letter up right here. I'll just take my ink pen and ink it in because it still needs to be cleared no matter what. I mean, I could fly it now because this is lacquer, but you don't want to get any oil on where the clear dope is going to go. Why am I having such a hard time here? I guess just because it can. Can you guys hear me okay? Man, stuff is stuck down good. Usually this stuff is not this tacky. I mean, it's really stuck down. I don't understand. I guess I better get the heat on it again. That helps. So didn't like the 3. Well, it didn't come out flawless, but not bad. I like I say, I do have that spot on the 3. We'll just doctor it up. But it looks repaired. It doesn't look like it has a big old gaping hole in it like it did from last year's gnats. And I flew it, you know, the season with just the silk span repair in it. But I didn't care about appearance points because most local contests don't give appearance points anymore, which really sucks. Figure if a guy's going to put the work in, why wouldn't he get rewarded for it? But this is everybody gets a trophy buy and fly culture now. Participation trophy. I couldn't believe when Charlie Bauer gave us participation trophies at the Nats that year. Got 2 of them. Okay. Now to get this off without screwing it up. This is where, when you're doing these little pull-ups in these letters, have a super sharp knife, but be super careful. Because you can poke a hole in the silk span lickety-split. And then you got another repair. So excuse me if I'm quiet while I'm doing this. I don't want a hole in it. Another spot. Got 2 spots. Let's see if we can fix them. That'll drive me fruit. Got my ink pen here. I don't know if it's clogged yet. It works okay. So we're going to fix this first spot here. You know, when you're doing this, if somebody says, hey, you got a little nib, you are standing way too close, if you can see that. Because I got my glasses on, which are good magnifiers, and I can hardly see it. Anyway, so there's that part. Now let's do the YouTube stencil, see what that looks like. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to get what off here. This is going to be very meticulous to get this picked off without screwing it up. Remember, I told you the reason I had to do this this decal or insignia here is because I didn't have the lady's foot to put back on. Otherwise, I'd have just painted the foot back on, but I didn't save that stencil. Or I might have saved it and lost it, or it might be in my other computer that died. So you got to come up with some type of alternative. Billy just puts a decal over stuff, you know, sticker. I gotta hope that all this stuff don't peel up. I'll give you a good shot of it once I get this all peeled up. I split this into black and red. I did it different than I first showed. I did it all in one instead of 2 or 3 masks. And that seemed to work out pretty good. Heck, the white that I bought at AutoZone matches insignia white. It's Olympic white is what it's called. Okay, I had just dusted the the red on this, so let's see if we can get it off without screwing it up. Might need a new blade. Hey mister, where'd you get them decals? Sorry buddy. They are painted on there, everything. And we'll go around the outside of this with a black line, ink line, and it'll look like it was supposed to be there. Well, what do you think? Did that repair come out good or what? I think so. So now I gotta find a corkback ruler, which I have here. And my pen. Where's my pen? Pen is working. We'll get to the clear later on this afternoon. Just like it's supposed to be there. Let's see what it says here. Good morning, Sparky, and all else in the hangar shop. I am doping it on tissue on my free flight sniffer. Love watching your videos. Glad to hear it, Jack. Normally I don't do that, go back for a second go at it, but I missed. So we're going to double line it. I didn't want to take there. What the hell was that noise? Huh, that's interesting. Don't know where it came from or anything. Eight to 12. Okay. That was the neighbor. Okay, last line. So this gives me a little advertising for the website and for YouTube. I don't know if any of you guys had this happen. Tinnitus or something. I got ringing in my ears. I don't know if any of you guys had this happen last night, but I uploaded something to the server and it immediately came back security issue, invalid SSL, and that's why the security thread is on there. So I had to call and buy a new SSL, and there we go. Alright, what do you guys think of that repair? Did that turn out alright? Let's see. Let's see if we can get a better bird's eye view of it. Of course, it'll shine when the clear gets on it, but I think that looks good. Looks mighty fine. I could even rub this and it would be alright, you know, because this is lacquer, so it's not going to come off except for the ink lines, so I got to get clear on it. Kind of busy there. So here's the recap. I had a hole right here. There was a patch put over it about yay big. I taped it off on the panel lines. I just cut out the silk span. You don't have to cut it out, but the way that it was torn because a 3/4 rock went through there, I cut the silk span out, laid the media or light tissue on there, doped it 4 or 5 coats of clear, taped it off here, sprayed it, sanded it with 320, sprayed it with the orange, which is a little bit off color from this because this hasn't been in the sun and this doesn't have any clear on it. But anyway, then I cut the new stencil and I laid the stencil right over the top of where the original numbers were. And then to hide that transition from her foot, I just put a YouTube sticker on it. So this is my Nats plane for this year. It's I think I'm going to refinish this airplane. If you want to know the truth, this airplane flies so good, The only problem is it's going to pick up weight. We got any questions of what I've done here? Hopefully the humidity goes down and I can get some clear on this today. Might have to wait till tonight. I'm not sure when the humidity drops. 6 likes, 6 viewers, but there was more viewers, but I guess we'll live with that. Man, this is aggravating. Just does not want to take on this. Must have some oil or something there. I don't want to take. Try to move it back a little bit. Close enough. Anyway, I'm happy with that. That repair turned out okay. So now, oh man, I was at AutoZone and I didn't get any blue towels. Shoot, I'll have to go back to AutoZone and get some more blue towels. I don't have any in the car that I know of. Damn. Oh well. Anyway, that turned out good, I think. So there's not much to talk about after finishing that, so this was a short video. What will you wipe the plane down with to remove the wax before the clear? That was already done. I use Windex, scrub it with Windex. There's nothing on this wing panel. And when I clear it out, I'm going to tape off the flap and just clear this area here. There'll be overspray on it, but I'll rub it out and blend it in. That doesn't really ever pose a big problem. It's especially when you're shooting 60% thinner. Trying to melt this into the other coats. But as I stated before, I don't want to load. I don't want to paint the whole panel. First off, what that does is it relaxes the covering and will cause a warp in the wing. And second off, weight. You know, you could add an ounce on there real easy. And this airplane's 58 ounces. I don't want it 68 ounces. I want it 58 ounces. So let me look at the screen here. Yeah, it turned out nice. Turned out nice. Give you a look that way. Yeah. Not bad for working in the closet with AutoZone stuff. That looks better. So we had a 30-minute video today. I'll probably be on later on when I figure out something else to do. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and share the videos. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and the bell notification button so you're notified when I upload a video, which here recently has been quite often, and my channel metrics show it. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.